Hello, Vibe Tribe. Welcome back to the Daily Vibe. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Let's just get started. Back to the alphabators. Integrity. Oh, I think that's a buffalo, but I'm not really sure. I gotta study up on my animals, but I'm pretty sure that's a buffalo. So anyways, integrity. I align with the center of myself, a glowing core of personal integrity. Emanating from this core is the knowledge that I have never had. Oh, let me try that again. Is it Monday or is it Tuesday? How is this happening? I align with the center of myself, a glowing core of personal integrity. Emanating from this core is the knowledge that I never have to compromise who I am or what I want. For anybody, I can live a life that doesn't include settling unless I want to settle, in which case settling would be my idea of perfection and would cease to be considered settling. Ugh, paradoxes hurt. Okay. I'm going to read that again because I totally tripped over that whole thing. Wow. Good morning, siblings. Both siblings. Thank you, baby sibling. Arbonne Cherry Palette. Good morning, Auntie Stephanie. Kind of early, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to try this again. This feels like a Monday. But we got giggles, so that's good. Integrity. I align with the center of myself, a glowing core of personal integrity. Emanating from this core is the knowledge that I never have to compromise who I am or what I want for anybody. I can live a life that doesn't include settling unless I want to settle, in which case settling would be my idea of perfection and would cease to be considered settling. Ugh, paradoxes hurt. Yes, paradoxes can hurt, but paradoxes are also, I guess, learning experiences. Don't settle. Don't settle. Settling is, I don't know, settling is not trusting yourself or not trusting whatever is coming your way to be coming your way. You know, it's not trusting the idea that you deserve better because you are settling. Life experiences, I have settled many a time and it did not work out. And I think it's because, you know, you look at life a certain way and you think, well, what if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? You know, I always joke, kind of. It's like only a half a joke. I jokingly complain, and I say that's a half a joke about being single, but you know what? That's because I don't want to settle. I know that when it feels right, it's going to happen. And, you know, whenever that's going to be, it's going to be. But I have to learn to trust, and I'm not good at trusting. So I am learning how to trust myself, and I'm learning to trust my path and my journey and everything that comes along the way. Because you know what? I will tell you this much. I've had a fun time. You know, I mean, I've done a lot of things. I've been a lot of places. And, you know, I'm not sure I would have done that if I were attached. I probably would have. But, you know, the people I used to be with were not that adventurous. And when they wanted to be adventurous, it was not with me. So, you know, that's all I'm going to say about that. But this is my little Forrest Gump move. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, yeah, you know, just, you know, maybe that's what that meant to me. Home is where the buffalo roam, you know, but, you know, just, I don't know, don't settle. I think that's what this means by aligning with yourself. It means to, you know, have self-care, have self-love, have self-worth and self-respect. This card is really about self-worth and self-respect. What do you feel you deserve? What do you feel that, you know, you desire, that you want? And it's not just about relationships. It's about friendships, family relationships. It's about work. It's about people you hang out with. You know, are you settling? Are you just so afraid of, you know, eating alone that, you know, or being afraid of certain things that, you just stay put and complacent. I'll be honest, that's what I did with my last job. I was comfortable and I thought, you know what, when I'm ready to go, I'll go. But you know what, the thing is, I never would have left. And so even though it hurt and broke my heart to be, to have my position eliminated, I grew from that. And I grew big time. And, yeah, the last couple of weeks, maybe even months, I'm not sure how long I was in that spiral that I just talked about yesterday. However long I was in it, I had to be in it so that I could grow through it. It's like I said before, you have to go through it to grow through it. And you have to, and it's kind of the card yesterday, you have to go through each emotion to heal them so that you can move forward. I've had people telling me, just move past it, or, get over it, or, not in those words, thank God, because I think they know better by now that you don't tell a person with depression to get over it. But move past this is the same thing. I'm doing my best to move past it, but, it's easier said than done. And I think a lot of people, if you don't understand mental health issues, dinged up mental health issues, then you're not going to get it. So you have to trust us. You have to trust us and know that we know what's best for us. But when we start going quiet, when we start not reaching out, when we just disappear, and especially if you're an active person, that's when you got to really check on your people. And check on people now, because this is a weird time and some people are not doing well. So check on your people, because some people are not doing well. Good morning, Jessica. So, that's what it's saying. Don't just settle for the status quo. You deserve everything in this world. You are worthy of everything in this world. The world and the universe and God and, whatever deities you choose to, to offer your faith to, they're waiting for you to accept the fact that you deserve these wonderful things. The only thing holding you back from deserving these wonderful things is yourself. And I speak from experience, which is why I keep seeing this sticker on my vision board over here that says, I trust myself. And I'll be honest with you, this thing sits literally a foot away from me, and I don't really look at it, which is kind of stupid because it's a vision board and you're supposed to look at it to make your visions, manifest your visions, right? Or just believe in it. It's something to pick you up and, raise your spirits. I never look at it. And it's terrible because I reach for my water, which is right in front of it. And, yesterday, several things stuck out. Trust, passion, love, laugh. I trust myself, soulmate, and I am ready. And bliss. And like I said, and at the very bottom behind my water bottle, believe. These are all these things that, I want in my life, and that I've never had truly in my life without, and yes, believe it or not, I've never had those things in my life, and it is possible, because I settled, and, it doesn't matter whose life story you look at. When you settle, you're not giving yourself the best that you deserve. You're just filling a hole. It's kind of like emotional eating. You just want to fill this hole. You want to fill this hole. You want to fill this hole because there's space there and you don't know how else to fill it. Well, start with self-love. Start with self-happiness, self-care, self-love, self-worth, self-respect. I think I said self-love twice, so somebody must be trying to tell me something. But that's really what not settling is all about, And it's like it says right here, unless I want to settle, in which case settling would be my idea of perfection and would cease to be considered settling. I know, paradoxes do hurt. My brain feels like it's going to explode right now. Mr. Buffalo, seriously. But anyways, smoking his pipe no less, blowing rings. I love it. I wonder if he'll try to catch them with his horn. But yeah, you see how I'm trying to do that? God, I'm telling you, I think I'm back. I think I am literally on my way back because I am starting to act like the complete goofball that I normally am. Yay, me. One more victory. Baby steps. And, that's the other thing. it can also deal with feelings, personal feelings. I could have settled with the fact that I had just terrible thoughts this weekend and thought, okay, well, you know what? Everyone keeps telling me to move forward, so I'm going to move forward and I'm going to do this. But, I was talking to baby sibling and sibling the other day, and I told them, because, they asked me, how are you doing today? And I told them yesterday, I said, you know what? I'm taking my time this time, because every time I listen to other people in regards to my health, I trip up, and I feel like I'm kind of a hypocrite on these videos, because I tell people, this is what you need to do. This is what you should try doing. And you can't tell anybody what to do, but you can make heavy suggestions as to the right path. And I don't take those suggestions a lot. I mean, I personally think it's pretty good advice, because it's advice that was given to me sometimes, and sometimes it's advice I've given to people that has completely worked for them. But I try to push through, because I feel like I need to give everybody my best. And because I feel like I need to give everybody my best, I don't always take care of myself. So, yesterday I had all these things I had to do. I got half of my list done. And I thought, you know what? I have no more energy left. Because, depression can be exhausting. And, even sibling asked me, she's all, how are you feeling? And I'm like, I'm tired from being exhausted. And that's a thing. And a lot of times it's not physical exhaustion, it's emotional exhaustion. So, you know what? Don't settle for your feelings either. Just nurture them, work through them. I am literally, in a way, babying my emotions, in the sense that I want to make sure that I heal them right this time. Baby sibling said something really, really profound yesterday, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing, but she said in one of her Marco Polos to me, which is a video thing that we can leave each other face messages, video messages. She said, I need to grieve myself, who I used to be. And maybe that's what part of that is. Maybe it kind of really struck a chord with me yesterday, because maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's why I fell apart, because really my downward spiral started about 3 years ago. I went to therapy. I got a lot of stuff out of the way, but I don't think I healed certain parts that I thought I healed. And, I got stuck, because I think fear made me get stuck, because it's like, well, what happens if I fall? Or, not literally, but figuratively, and I don't succeed. And that's the one thing we shouldn't think. You're settling for negative thoughts. Don't settle for your negative thoughts. Go out there and believe you can do anything. Don't try to jump off a building with a umbrella, okay? Or a rooftop. And I know somebody on this knows what I'm talking about. When they were a little kid, they thought they were Mary Poppins. That will turn out bad. So, but don't just settle for your feelings. Just go out there. If you want to skydive. I do not want to skydive. Jumping out of a perfectly good plane does not seem reasonable to me. But I will support anybody that wants to do it and stand on the ground recording it while you fall from the sky with your parachute. But, just a lot of things. If you want to take a cross-country road trip, or you want to go to national parks, or just you want to go by yourself to England. I did it. You just do it. Just do it. If you have the means and you have the time, do it. If you don't, you know what? Get a hotel room for yourself for one night and just get away. Get a massage treatment or a spa day, whatever you need to do to make you better. But don't settle for your negative feelings either, because that is when we start to fall apart. And that is when, we forget what we're trying to accomplish in our life. And, everybody has a life purpose. Everybody has a path that they're meant to be on. And, it can be whatever you want it to be, whatever resonates with you. But I do agree with baby sibling that, sometimes you have to grieve the person you used to be. I am not the same person I was a year ago. She is not the same person she was before she lost her husband. That was a whole different life. And now she's in a new one, and she's regrowing, and she's regrouping, and she's grieving the person that she used to be, because it was a beautiful life. And one day it was just upended. No signs, no warning, no nothing. And sometimes those are also the most painful things to grieve. Sibling, who, again, is my best friend, and I call sibling. She lost two of her parents. Well, I mean, because she had a stepmom that she was very close to, but she never got to say goodbye. Her mom died on the operating table. Her stepmom fell and hit her head and never recovered. Her dad had a stroke and was kind of, pretty much non-coherent or incoherent. So she wasn't really, but she was kind of able to say goodbye to him. And that's the same with Marie. Her husband had an accident and she wasn't able to say goodbye. And I think that kind of grieving is so different from what other people grieve, because, you are going through something with no real closure. And, a lot of people say that closure is this or closure is that or closure doesn't exist. But you are trying to heal a part of you that didn't have the chance to say goodbye. Your children didn't have the chance to say goodbye. The memories that are tied to the very last day that you spent the whole day together, or you spent part of the day together. And it's almost like a negative Groundhog's Day where it's just replaying and replaying and replaying. And until you stop that wheel and you find a way to stop that wheel, it's just going to keep replaying. And, that's grieving. Grieving is just replaying something over and over and over again until slowly you start to heal it. Think of it like baking. You throw all these ingredients into a mixer and you just watch it as it becomes something new. And that's what life is. You just throw all the ingredients in and it keeps stirring and stirring until it becomes something new. And sometimes if you beat it too fast, you're going to miss the beauty of it becoming something else. It's just going to be like, and then you miss that moment, and then you have to go back and heal it, because a lot of times if you beat it too fast or you whip it too fast, or these analogies are not sounding right in my head, but you know what I mean. So stop it, whoever's out there laughing, Laura, but and Marie. But anyway, but just take the time to watch it. Just take the time to sit there and watch your life kind of just becoming something new, becoming something that you're going to create something else with. So again, integrity is a very, very interesting word. It's, I think a lot of us have it, but a lot of us don't give ourselves enough credit for having it. So just go out there, kick Tuesday's butt. Now I'm saying kick Tuesday's butt because I had to read that card 3 times to get it right. But anyways, I'm pretty positive this is going to be a very decent and good day. I do have things on my list I got to get done, and I think I will be getting it done. So, it's about, this is my life right now. I am watching the ingredients of my life mix in this mixer, and I have it on slow because I need to make sure that when I come out of this, I stay out of it for as long as I can. It's been 3 years since I've been through this. And you know what? I want to make it 4 next time, or maybe 6, or maybe 12. I don't know. I don't want to go through that again, because it's a terrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling. And, mild depression I can handle, but things like that, it blew my mind, and it really threw me and upended me. But it also taught me that without my struggles, I can't find my strength. I couldn't find my strength without this struggle. And I think now I know what I'm made of. That's some pretty tough shit. So, you know what? I'm made of some pretty tough stuff. So, go out there. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And I will talk to everyone tomorrow.